So let's talk about what's been happening today. Obviously, either you're living it or certainly know plenty of people that are right now about the blackouts across Victoria, Stephen. But can we also be honest here, which is this is, you know, a scenario where, yes, it's been a very difficult day when it comes to the weather, but Victoria in particular has been a place that has tried to put the cart before the horse of replacing the types of things that would be able to weather storms like this. That's true, right?
Look, no question, some of the decisions to shut down Hazelwood and others earlier than it was originally planned have meant that in moments like this, there is more of a shortage than there probably needs to be. But if you look at the pictures, Paul, and I'm sure you have, there have been some, you know, massive pylons buckled over by the strength of this storm. It was extraordinary. I was sitting in my home and I had not seen the trees and the brush fencing bent over like some of those pylons you've seen ever before. So it was a pretty horrendous day, and I can understand why it created extra problems. And we've got still, I'm not sure if it's still 500,000. Hopefully it's less by now and decreasing rapidly. But it was extraordinary weather.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you went from weather that produces bushfire to hail all in the space of a couple of hours. So no doubt, plenty of stress on the system. But again, these things just are a warning to us, right? Now, as you know, Holly, the public service are the ones that are currently being told to leave early and turn this off and turn that off, and they're trying to load shed as much as they can there. In places like Queensland, as we've talked about via smart meters, 600,000 people's air conditioning was remotely turned down in order to save power. And again, while the transmission lines is a big part of the question, where our power comes from, particularly in a place like Victoria that has celebrated, and private companies have been involved with this too, but have celebrated the transition from out with the old, in with the new, but the new hasn't been built yet.
The new's not ready at all. I mean, we're actually in Senate estimates this week, and we had energy and climate yesterday morning. Now, we know Chris Bowen famously said that we need 22,000 solar panels per day and we need 40 wind turbines per month if we are to get to this target that he is desperately chasing of 82% renewables. It is not going to happen. I have consistently asked the department, well, you know, he said this back then, how many have we got? Because we need 66 million solar panels by 2030. We are nowhere near that, but there is this race to shut down coal. Victoria, I mean, gas is a dirty word. It's just insane. There is absolutely nothing coming into our grid that is going to firm it, that is going to provide affordable and reliable energy. And I think, unfortunately, if we continue down this path of ideology and zealotry without being brave enough to even mention the word nuclear, which could provide renewable, emissions-free and very reliable power, but if we race down the wind and solar and that's it, these blackouts, I think Australians better get used to them because they're going to be a real feature of the future.
Yeah, just double check the detail. It's still 530,000 homes that are currently affected, right? So we're still right in the worst of it here. So again, if you're watching us via whatever battery-powered device, thank you for doing so. We'll obviously give you the info as it rolls on.